Well, welcome to the week in review for Module 7, Week 7. Okay, so we did our last week. We started our Practicum Summit. You were reviewing half of the class's Practicum presentations. This week will be pretty much a carbon copy of last week. Again, you'll go into the module, you'll be viewing your classmates' presentations, you'll be doing the peer evaluations, and you'll be thinking of that one question that you want to ask them, only one, and then you'll post that to that presenter's discussion forum. So again, pretty much the same thing as we did last week, with those being the only assignments due in addition to the practicum paper. So the practicum paper, as I've talked to almost all of you through the one-on-one discussions that we did earlier in the course, the practicum paper is pretty much exactly very similar to what you've already written for Dr. Watson. So if you like, you can use elements of that paper. We are addressing the same three topics. The only change, I say, so the only section, new section that you'd probably need to add would be, and you can find this in the syllabus, but it's applications to your personal and career development. So how do you see what you learned from that experience, and how can you actually apply it to, again, maybe your life or your profession? And it doesn't always have to be positive. I've talked to many of you, and you might have realized that, hey, I did this, it was great work, but I realized it wasn't for me. So that would, you can kind of explain maybe the reasons why that wasn't for you. Or again, you may learn some great skills, some great technical skills, human skills through that process that you're going to be able to apply, networking that you'll be able to apply in your professional and personal development. So remember to add that section and you'll be home free. So, so we got the practicum paper, again, the normal Practicum Summit, where we'll be reviewing those presentations. Again, did a very good job with how it worked last week, going in the challenge question, or the single question, doesn't have to be a challenge, but the single question to that presenter. And then always don't forget to do the peer evaluation on a separate sheet and submit that to the Dropbox. We should have a total of 6 of them for you to do this week. Now, as I shoot this, I know we have one student who is experiencing some difficulties, and so we may not have a total of 6 for you to review. If I only have 6 presentations for you to review this week, and one of them is yours, you obviously cannot do 6 peer evaluations or 6 questions, because one is already, you'd be peer evaluating yourself and questioning yourself. If that is the case, just go with the maximum number that you can do without, of course, repeating yourself. So, but again, I'm working with that student, and she may or may not be able to get it in on time due to some things outside of her control. So, excellent. All right, well, let's see, double checking here with that. That's pretty much it for this week. Again, I would ask you to think about, start reflecting on, what it was that made you successful in this program. And you are successful in this program by the fact that you're here and you're graduating. You're going to be having a reflection paper in Module 8. Again, remember, Module 8 will be very abbreviated. We only have a couple of days in Module 8. Everything will have to be due by Tuesday at midnight because of grades being due Wednesday morning, because you're graduating on Friday. So start thinking about that reflection activity now. A little bit about course maintenance for this week for Module 7. I will be kind of in a communication blackout. I'll be out of the country for this week. But I will have internet access for about 90 minutes a day. So I'll be checking in with the courses, I'll be doing additional grading, and I'll be checking email. But the only way you'll be able to communicate with me during this week, I'll be back Sunday night, and for Module 8, I'll be back but will be through email. So please just use email to communicate. I will be checking that daily. All right, excellent. Checking my notes here. I think we are all set for this week. Again, any questions, post them to email for Module 7, and I'll get back to you usually within a 24-hour turnaround as I get the next chunk of internet access. So excellent. All right. Well, have a great week, and as always, thank you for watching.